Hello, everybody, and welcome to the late night edition of Self Care Saturday. Crochet Chit Chat, of course. This is our Evergreen Unwind. We have had a long day of panels and presentations, and there have been some awesome, amazing information. And now we just get to sit back and chit chat about what's going on, do some crafty things, get away from some words just a little bit longer for a couple hours. I haven't got to talk to y'all today. I was on the panel, so I didn't get to really chit chat or anything like that. So how is everybody doing? Let me know. I'm gonna say hello to everybody in the comments, and I guess before I do that, I'll let my co-hosts introduce themselves. Who would like to go first?
Ladies, would you like to go first?
I don't know if you can see Nikki. She's a ghost. There you go. Go ahead, Nick.
Oh, we're on spicy on this.
Yep, you're welcome.
Hello everyone, I'm Grace of Wild and I write with pride. I like diving into fantasies and into warm mugs of coffee. Tonight I'm going to be playing some video games to unwind and chill out.
Cool. I'm called Blind Maid. I write poetry, fantasy, paranormal, as well as the blog. Tonight I'll be reading a fanfic.
Oh, what kind? What about?
About Lucky Punish.
Avenger.
Yep.
And I'm Lauren. I write poetry, fantasy, and paranormal romance. And tonight I'm going to be coloring in the Pink with Numbers app.
Noise. Hello, everybody. I know you cannot see me, and that is quite all right. You can listen to my voice. I am Sid Sapak, aka Sid the Kid. Tonight, I will be doing some reading to wind down and listen to Janae's deluxe album.
Okay.
Nicole had aka Troublemaker.
Occasional
troublemaker. So we got Sid, the first comment, pulling double duty. Widow Wright, hello. How are you? Hey, Jeannie. Eve is here. Are you still here? I know this is a little bit. Are you still up and awake? Let us know. Hi, Autumn. I don't know if you guys know, but Autumn had a live stream earlier this week. I want to say it was Friday. So yesterday? Was it yesterday? I feel like it was yesterday. I was watching whatever it was. I was in the comments because I was showing her support because she's definitely in my comments and definitely a great supporter, and she's just awesome. So definitely go give her channel a check out. Stephanie, it's so good to see you here. Go eat your dinner, love. Get your food in. I completely understand. Hi, Chelsea. How was your birthday? I know you had a birthday like almost a week ago, right? It'll be a week tomorrow. How was it? What'd you end up doing? Hey, Ashley, is that Sir George in your picture? Is that Sir George? I have a question. I want to know if that's Sir George.
Cute.
Ashley says, I'm going to complain for 3 seconds and I'm all good vibes, I promise. I've been on AutoTube as a lurker and a little chicken who didn't participate for a year, and only 2 months prior found shade. I'm high-key mad at YouTube. Man, it's okay. I just started doing more videos within the last 2 months, so maybe that helped a little bit.
I mean, plus you gotta do it when you're ready to do it.
Right. Grace ain't pulling double duty over there. Actually, keep me from cachet and constantly run commercials when my child is trying to watch some Sesame Street. YouTube need to get it together, don't they? Vince, how are you, love? How are you? I was in need of this tonight too. Like, this has been my little at-home retreat weekend. Y'all see, I got the little decor. What do y'all think of my little island theme? Like, your girl is trying to channel all the beach vibes that she can because I'm in landlocked Oklahoma, and it's sad. It's so sad. Bro said someone salty enough to leave a dislike. That's cute. I saw that. I was like, so we gonna dislike before it even start?
Right.
Somebody got too much petty, and unfortunately for me, I only participate in the finest of petty, so I don't have time to do something like that. Like, that's just. My petty has a little, you know, like I got petty that has like levels, and mine is just a little too high class for something like that, you know? Like, it's just because it's still engagement, right? I'm not giving you no engagement. Like, that's me. Like, I don't like you. It's just like, But you know, everybody don't think like me. As you said, some lost soul who got cold tea and hate season and left that dislike. Yes, Ashley. I love it. Ashley. I love it.
Just being the giant bookcase.
My heart is in a really hippie sad place. This is going to be a lovely way to end it instead. That is awesome. I'm so glad you're here. It makes my heart happy that you would like to spend this time with me. And I hope to give you all of the laughs, all of the smiles, all of the chuckles, all the he's, I want to give you all of those I can in the next 2 hours.
I mean, the easiest way is just make fun of Sid. So.
Exactly.
Keep coming.
I do not condone this picking my little brother. I do not condone it. Devin is not a stream without Devin. Devin is there. Y'all, I don't know anybody who be in more streams than Devin. Like, I'll pop into a stream and I'll be like, everybody be like, ooh, Cachet here. I'll be like, no, Devin. Like, no, he was here before me. Like,
every video.
Spit says, I'm going to work on some hand sewing, mending a couple dresses that I made that need repair. Anyone else doing the crafty thing? So I have this corner-to-corner Dollar Tree blanket that I started a while ago that I stopped on. And so I'm going to make progress on it. So over this weekend, I have been doing like a whole bunch of crafty things. Like I've been watercoloring or artsy things, I guess. I've been like watercoloring. I'm going to do some wood burning tomorrow. Like I can't wait for y'all to see this weekend vlog. Like I've been having the time of my life. Oh, y'all is going in on these people disliking. Yes. Just tell them to go away, right? Like, go find something else to do.
You have your laser petty, but I am very happy to scoop to that level. Meet me in chat. No, they won't.
Right.
Charlotte, hello.
Hey, Charlotte.
Charlotte is one of the Australian author tubers, and she streams at times that are like super duper early for me, but I'm like, this is the best way to start my morning with some chaos. Like, I love the chaos that comes from Charlotte's channel. It makes my whole day. Like, I be on like a little high after that. Like, oh, this day can't get no better.
Yeah, and
started awesome.
And today she streamed right before we had our panel, which was perfect. It was like right before dinner for us.
Right.
Instead of that, like the perfect balance.
That is like, let me just shout Charlotte out. Charlotte knew that we were doing the diversity panel and she felt that it was important and wanted people to not have their times conflicted going through. So she moved her stream up. Can I say that is one of the most awesome things somebody could do? And I just want to thank you for that because you didn't have to do that. And I appreciate that so very much. Vixen Black, hey. Oh, okay. So you and this blue lipstick, can you give me some tips? I need to I'm afraid of color. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I stick to the same colors of everything. My nails match my head wrap, match my lipstick 9 times out of 10. Like it's come on, talk to me. Yes. Hi, friend. How are you? Hi, Morgan. How are you? Steven, what's up? Jocelyn, I know your birthday. Y'all, you and Chelsea share the same birthday. I'm 95%. How was your birthday? How was the time with the family? Did you enjoy yourself? Tell me about it. Woo woo. Kimberly made it.
Hello.
Oh, it is okay, Spence. It is there for you to watch whenever you are ready to. Like, that's perfectly fine. No worries. Hudson, it's so nice to see you again. How are you doing?
I love her picture.
I know, right? Just super dope. Annie, how are you? Didn't realize y'all doing a late night live stream. I'm here in bed and got an alert. Well, I'm glad YouTube is doing better and giving people alerts. Like, that makes me happy. If y'all don't know, Catalina is a beautiful soul who made this last night, this tonight, the panel that just happens, panel just so amazing. She reached out and got not one, but 2 interpreters to make the stream more accessible to those in the deaf and hard of hearing community. And y'all, that is my favorite part of the night. Like, Everybody said such great things and gave such great information, but the fact that it was accessible to people that it might not have been accessible to any other way makes my heart so happy, and I can't stress that enough. If you have not subscribed to Catalea, go subscribe to their channel. They have great content. They do such good, amazing work, and they have all the knowledge in the world about the deaf and hard of hearing community that you can soak up and then some, because they're always learning, so they're gonna push you to always learn. They always research. They're gonna tell you to always research. So I just had to give Kat that shout out because
Yes.
Jeannie said video games. I think I might do Stardew Valley.
Ooh.
Cassandra Writes, and oh my God, those eyes.
Beautiful.
That is gorgeous. Oh, that that avatar. Okay, Cassandra. Thank you for just taking like my breath away a little bit. Like, oh my goodness. To be on ArthurTube, do you have to give writing advice, or can you just vlog your writing journey? All I do is vlog my writing journey. Like, I don't think I've done an advice video. I do like encouraging moments, but I don't really give advice. I will be giving advice towards business stuff because that's what I know is being a business person. But as far as like writing advice, I don't feel equipped to just give that. So I'm not going to do that. I've just been vlogging my journey because I want to be able to go back and see where I've grown, what I've done, what I used to do, where I've come from, what I've learned. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Y'all know what I'm saying. That part. So, yeah, vlog your writing journey. Do that. I'm here to watch it. I will support it. Rocking that island theme. Thank you. Stephanie's just vlogging too. No writing advice.
I mean, yeah, you definitely have to do what's best for you.
Very, very true. Casey says, Casey, I don't think I've seen you before. I'm not sure. Let me know. You're spiritually in Oklahoma, but physically in Colorado, which is just as landlocked. I mean, but Colorado got really pretty mountains, don't it? Like, we got mountains, so they say, is all I'm saying. The finest of petty. I know, right? Right, petty level way too low. Like, get on my level. Hey, Eddie, you didn't miss anything. It is Self-Care Saturday. I am crocheting a blanket. We're just having a late night edition for everyone to get to unwind. On my stream on Thursday, I asked if everyone wanted an early morning wake up or a late night unwind, and late night unwind was dang near unanimous. So, yeah.
On a night off, took over the stream. That's why.
Had to pop in. The FOMO is real. Oh my goodness. Oh dang, what did I miss? Oh dang, that jumped. Oh, you are new. Thanks for hosting this. I see. I pay attention. I try to do a real good job of paying attention to who's in my
chat. Really good job. I couldn't remember all the stuff. I have a horrible memory.
Same.
Oh, what are you crocheting? Tell me. I love to crochet, so I'm always wanting to know what other people are working on. Hudson is, I've been on for a year and I mainly vlog my writing journey. I think you naturally give advice on what works for you, but you don't have to. I think that's very true. Like, I think that definitely comes up.
Very well said.
Never crocheted before? Okay, so not next month because I'm not going to put that on myself, but I'm hoping in September to be able to start doing crochet tutorials, just like little small things like the basic granny square, like that kind of stuff. Like, I don't want to get too deep in stuff I don't know nothing about because that would be embarrassing, right? It's fun. If you have trouble figuring out what crochet will be for you, most people have an either or brain. Casey, that is so true, except that I found out I definitely have both. And I was so intimidated because I knew how to knit that I was so intimidated about, like, I only use one hand. Like, that just sounds like some skill level I don't have. But no, crocheting is my life. Like, I don't knit nearly as much as I used to. But I do think that most people are either or, because like my grandma, she can crochet her tail off. She can't knit to save her life, like, at all. So, Charlotte, when we getting this merch though?
Right?
Yeah, she thought you were working on it.
Yeah, I'm getting this merch. I'm in there. Rare individuals can do both. You beat me to it. It was also selfish because I wanted to come watch. Hey, and you were in those comments dropping gems. Like, we were like, yes, we want to see happy gays. Yes. I was there for it. Hello, Sinceriousness. How are you? Vixen says, I've been wearing different colors like that for about 20 years. Man, I'll be honest, y'all. I only been wearing makeup for like 4. So you definitely got me beat. Like I wore my full face of makeup for the first time for my 21st. No, my 21st birthday. Yeah, so full face except for lipstick, my 21st birthday. So that's 8 years. Corrected. I didn't wear lipstick for the first time until my 25th birthday.
You're still on your makeup. Okay.
I don't be knowing nothing about makeup like at all.
So you're not the only one.
Hi. Hi, Cicely. And who is this cat screaming at? Or is this cat just got surprised? Like y'all cats tonight got so much going on, and I have questions out the yin yang right now. Like I don't understand what's going on. Yes, when you give me a link in the future, I'll buy some. We definitely want some merch. Oh, your birthday was great. Yay. That makes me so happy. Oh, you also got to let me know. Have you updated your bullet journal spread with things that Cache says? Because we want to know. I haven't seen it. I'm curious if there's more things you've added. Oh, you're very welcome. I did enjoy the live stream. And one thing that I thought was really sweet where you were like, I hope it didn't bother you that I was like talking about my live stream. No, like I love to see more people like in the community and doing things, and I appreciate you telling me because sometimes I might not see it, and I would like to be there and support. So please don't think if I haven't seen your live stream that it's like a personal thing or anything like that. I probably just don't know about it. So definitely feel free to tell me about it. That makes me feel great.
Yeah.
Oh, and sit over there enjoying some ice cream.
Oh,
You're not very lesson.
Awesome! Yay!
That's not.
Leave me alone.
Johnson said, I caught the last half of the diversity panel. We went to a Pride drive-thru event, and I missed the diversity. And I loved it so much. I learned so much. Yay! That makes me happy. Dang, you should write my bio, Cash. Hey, I'm pretty good at stuff like that, right? And she said, I plan on looking at some patterns for sewing. Ooh. Stephanie decided on chicken chili with cheese and sour cream, in case you were wondering. That sounds really good. I'm a little hungry. Hey, LC Clemens, how are you? I saw you in the chat tonight, and I appreciate you being there and support. For those of you who don't know, LC Clemens streams on Saturdays. You can definitely check out her channel. This goes on some rants, and she be going, and I be here for it the whole time. I'm like, yes, talk about it. Like, I love it. Okay, she says Colorado does have really pretty mountains, the Rockies and the San Juan. See, we don't have that.
Here you go.
Amy, hey from New Zealand. Hello. Thank you for being here. I'm so glad that there like international people get to come to this. Like that makes me really, really happy. And
it's exciting.
Right? I can already tell my sewing project is gonna be a bust tonight. I already lost my needle and thread. Oh snap.
Oh
no.
Needle, come back.
I'm crocheting items for my Etsy store right now. It's a baby Afghan. Ooh.
Cute.
Casey says, I'm doing a moss stitch in green because I'm like that for a nephew. Ooh. Also, it's so cool that you recognize people. I do not have the brain for that kind of thing. Oh, thank you.
Exactly.
Yep.
Thank you. Smith says, knitting is stupid hard, but when you unlock it, the world becomes your oyster. I'm not there yet. Yeah, see, so I learned how to knit when I was a sophomore in high school. I didn't learn how to crochet till like maybe 2-3 years ago. Like it hasn't been that long. Hey, did you see that I'm like doing stuff, buddy?
No.
You know, okay. All right.
Good attention.
No, this is Titan. This is the boy of the house, and I don't know why he thinks my hand is for his pleasure, but it's not. Can you stop? Thank you. Like,
No,
I don't know what he.
give me
I don't know.
attention.
Right? My mother used to crochet Barbie gowns for us when I was a kid. Ooh, that's cool. So he says, I want to crochet so bad, but my work in progress are all for other people. And until I know I'm safe, I can't touch the project. I understand that. And I think that is very sweet that you are, concerning yourself with how what you do could affect other people. That people don't think about that. And I just want to shout you out for being one of the people that do. She says, I can knit and crochet. Some works faster than others. I knit ponchos, hats, and scarves faster than crochet. Ooh. I really want to know how to do I really want to know how to do a hat. I've never done a hat, whether knit or crochet. I really want to do a hat. Like that's like on my list is to do a hat.
The shape of it looks like it would be easy enough, but I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends if you just do like a beanie or.
Right, I'm not sure. Hudson says, have you guys ever stitched carpets? Like that type of needlework is so satisfying. So I've done latch hooking, which kind of is like the same thing with like the trellis of the thing, and then the strands are like up. So I've done that, but that's like the closest I've gotten to that. Sis seriously says, I'm at my second job, so I'm pretty much here in spirit. Sorry about the duplication. I typed again. No worries. Great Fry, hey! I have a lot of yarn for my grandma, and I started a blanket last year, but I never finished because it put me in my feelings. But your crochet Sundays made me want to pick it up again. That makes me happy. That makes me smile. Yeah, just join us. Join us one of these times for sure. So I caught the cat mid yawn and I laughed so hard for so long I had to make it my icon. Her name is Minnie and she's actually the quiet one. Well, hey there, Minnie. Prices averted, Spence found the needle and thread, y'all.
Yay! Now your work can continue.
Seriously says, plan to be debt free by the end of the year, so gotta hustle. Hustle hard. Hustle. Like, get it. I have updated my Bujo spread. I should finish coloring in what I have and then post a picture on Instagram. You should.
Yes.
Yeah, just looked it up. It's called a latch hook rug. Did you say that before? Like, we be on the same wavelength, y'all. That's so nice. Hey, Author JC, how are you? I saw that you tweeted at me. I gotta get on there. My iPad lit up, and I have to look at it. Like, how are you this evening or tonight? Yeah, it's definitely nighttime everywhere.
We go.
Know what you do? Oh, okay. Hello, everybody. The girl of the house, and she wants attention too. So here we go with that. Oh, this is going in the blog. This is going in the blog. This is going in the blog. Okay, are you gonna stay up here the whole time, or are you gonna get down? Okay, thank you. All right, good night, Kat. Love you. Sleep well.
Love you.
No, I haven't done that yet, but I really want to. I'm a hobbyholic, so I must know how to do everything at least competently. I love that. Words of the web. Hello. Your purple. To Mama, how are you, Mr. Mara? How are you? Amy, I've been outlining like crazy lately. How is your story coming? I have so many questions. Amy is working on a story that I'm very much interested in. So, yeah. I highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Yay. Okay, it's Zoe. Words of the Web. I feel like I did not know it was Zoe. So now I know Zoe, Words of the Web, purple. I got it. I'm going to remember that next time. Oh, you got your coloring book. Y'all, okay, so don't judge this abstract thing, but this is the watercolor that I worked on over this weekend.
Like it. I think it's pretty.
I have to go and do, I'm going to doodle on it and some stuff. So, yeah, no. Get the coloring book out. It's okay. Which rant were you talking about? Love, I'm gonna be honest. You have quite a few of them, so I don't even remember which one it was. Like you just be going off, and I just be here for all of it. Like I'd be like, I don't even know what she mad about, but I'm kind of mad with her just because I like how she going off. Like that's kind of how it
every
works.
stream I join of hers, we end up talking about something, and there's a rant somewhere she performed, and I love it.
Grayson said he hungry and he don't care if you see it.
Share.
Moria said, my mom taught me how to crochet when I was about 9 and obsessed with crafts and making things. I used to sew pillows and crochet socks. I've never crocheted socks, and I definitely want to. Almost forgot. Someone in the diversity panel comment said they were thankful because they didn't need to use the speech to text app to try to understand the stream. They were happy for interpreters. Oh wow! I didn't get to see that. Oh yeah, that just makes me feel so good inside.
I think it was Alicia who said that.
Alicia, oh, that's
Alicia
awesome.
Cho, I believe. Alicia Cho.
Alice
Wait, what happened?
Yes. Look at me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Words of the Wood. Let's see. I used to crochet, but I haven't in years. Oh, I was also super into finger knitting. And recently, I've gotten to sewing, and I make friendship bracelets. Listening. Oh, that's cool. I haven't made a friendship bracelet in a long time. Oh, it jumped again. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna read a little bit more, and then we're gonna get into our self-care moment. So we'll just chat, but I won't be clicking on the comments. So Laura says, y'all all are awesome. Carry on. Hi, Laura. How are you? Has anyone ever done the yarn latching pictures rugs? Yeah, we were talking about that. I've done a lot of those. That was actually the first crafting thing I got into, and I loved it because it's like you made a picture, right? Oh, Charlotte says, I'm gonna put my knitting out once I finish doing this graphic stuff. Yay! Yep, there was a puppy. Nothing is as visually satisfying as a properly done whip stitch with thread and fabric that's the same color. Literally invisible. That is awesome. Arthur JC says, I tried crocheting once before, but I didn't get past the first. I'm not sure what it's called exactly, but it's like the first liner stitch. I'm not sure the right terminology. The chain. The work in progress is a super cute stuffed unicorns for the babies my cousins keep having. I can't wait to get back on them. The blankets look super cute. Love the stripes. Ooh, that's awesome. Oh, you're talking about mine does. Oh, thank you. Laura, you have your free library. I did not know. When was it? Where? I will have to go check it out. How was it? Did you enjoy yourself? What was the learning curve like? Like, let me know. Let me know. That's my favorite kind of art. It's such a wonderful watercolor. Oh, thank you guys. Coming up with ideas. That's awesome. I'm glad the story's going good. Let's see. Waves the art door flat. What kind of colors do you use? Did you know that that's what that was? Is that what it is? Let me look. I don't even know. How you know? I don't even be knowing, girl. How'd you know that? You really do be in the art stuff. Yeah, I think so. Oh my goodness. Girl, what this dog is doing the most right now. I don't know what she's doing. Zoe, the main characters for the Theater War fantasy book I've been percolating for a while. I've been working on Project Full Moon since the new year, and I love it, but I'm tired. I understand. Well, if I was going to stream today, I would have been ranting about Jeffree Star. He could have stayed silent. Oh, snap.
Oh, he's pro? I gotta look at that later.
I have a couple of different watercolors. I put it on Instagram. I'll have to show you again. But they're not like really great brands. Like I haven't had the money to like put real money into it, but it is something I want to do so that I can get better at it. Oh, it's so pretty. I wish I had that area of artistic expertise. I can't draw to save my life. Can't take a picture that's not blurry. Writing and singing is where my creative. So, okay, I wish I could sing. Like, I know I'd be like, making a little tunes here or there. But I really wish I had like a real good, like, good voice. Like, that's always been a thing I wish I could do. Yeah, puppy. I had to watch a tutorial on how to use StreamYard, but I had a co-host, so I was less nervous. I wouldn't just be talking to myself. That's awesome. Okay, so the last comment before we get into actually taking care of ourselves. Any advice about being productive? I think ways to be more productive are to break bigger tasks into smaller tasks and work through it that way. That's my thought on that. If anybody else has any answers, give them.
I think it's good to recognize like when to take breaks too, because a lot of times people feel like, oh, I have to do this entire task all in one day, and if I don't get it done, I failed.
Right. Then you just get burned out, you know?
Burnt out.
Yeah, I agree. Just take breaks when needed. Don't try to force anything out on you when being productive. Just go on with your thoughts when you are able to work more on it, but let it marinate a little bit and things will work out.
For me, it's breaking down my tasks into small, more manageable tasks, and giving myself incentives. Like for me, I already mentioned snacking. I like to snack, so I'll have this bag and I'll make it last a day, and I'll allow myself a couple of pieces after each task that I finish. It allows me to continue being productive. That's just me. Like,
Look at y'all with the good answers. And Spit said, if you're looking for a cheap beginner with friendly watercolor and aren't using Crayola, would never be wrong. I will do that because I have Crayola, everything else but watercolor. So that was thank you.
Yeah, I think on the marker I have our Crayola. I like that they have the name of the color on it.
Yeah, no, that definitely, I can see that being very important. It's something that I think about because I always like to know what color I'm using in color stuff. But some people might because they just rely on the fact that they can see the color.
Yeah, it's good for people that are colorblind because they might think it's red and it really be purple.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I do that a lot.
What are you doing? Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Go that way.
You need to
I
find
appreciate you.
color.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So we have done day 1 and day 2 of Evergreen. What are you guys' thoughts so far?
I think there's been a lot of really, really good information and resources for anybody in their writing journey.
I think it's been super helpful. Like she said, a lot of information, a lot of knowledge. Um, it's a lot to take in. So I definitely would say go back as many times as you can and rewatch.
Yes.
I think you'll end up seeing something that you probably missed watching the first time. And if you know that someone up there has a YouTube and actually has updated content, go watch because I'm pretty sure they have more information for you to sit there and take in.
Couldn't.
What did you say, Sid? I'm sorry.
No, I just said couldn't agree more.
Yeah, no, I definitely so. Go ahead.
No, sorry, you go.
No, I was just gonna comment. So it's go ahead. You go.
I was saying because I was just like in a comment, someone asked Grayson if he's playing Fortnite or not.
I was just about to read that.
We be on the same mind.
Yeah, Chris, you didn't say what you're playing.
I'm playing Minecraft right now. I wanted something easy and casual for me to dive into, so I'm playing Minecraft. I thought about playing Stardew Valley, but I think I just want to play Minecraft. Just mess around a little bit.
Casey says if you feel like you're not producing your art at a rate or in a manner you want to, there's always going to be a reason for that. I agree. Like, just personally, this July camp, no, it's not going my way because there's a ton of stuff going on at work. I'm moving. There's just a lot of stuff taking up my energy. Same.
Right?
Like, I'm gonna hit it great once the retreat is over because then I think I won't have like all the stuff going on with the retreat. I can relax just a little bit more, and I think
Right.
then I'll hit my July goals. But this first half has just been like, okay, I gotta get this together. I gotta make sure this is good. Let me make sure I'm like thinking about good questions to ask on the panel. Maybe make sure I'm bringing like good content to the marketing panel, like stuff like that. So this month has not necessarily went how I've wanted to go word count wise for my projects. Zoe says Evergreen has been so much fun. I'm learning so much. That's awesome. Jeannie says jam-packed content, lots to go through, lots of great people gathered. That's awesome. Oh no. Oregon said there was a spider and now they can't find it.
Oh no.
Oh God. Fire. Fire's your friend.
I cannot.
So I recognize the sketchbook because it's been my go-to so far. It doesn't take watercolor as well as watercolor paper, but it does okay for a sketchbook. Yeah, I do want to get some actual watercolor paper because the mixed media is nice, but I know that it can be a lot better. Author Morgan Lee is saying the retreat has been amazing, by the way. That's fantastic. I'm so glad to hear that. Glad it's all going to be on replay as I can't watch the live streams tomorrow. Yeah, no, I understand. Stephanie said, I missed a few today, but I'm so glad they're available for replay. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I want those Sailor Moon pajama pants. Shout out to the little girl keeping the Moonies alive.
Yes.
Oh, that's you. Yep.
JC said everything has been so amazing, particularly coming off a week where I've been feeling so off creatively and like I'm on the brink of a burnout, and it's been a creative reset and what I needed. Yay, that makes my heart happy. Hey, Alley Cat, how are you?
Hi.
Hey.
Casey says the article "Laziness Does Not Exist" that I mentioned above is by Devin Price. I must have missed that. So "Laziness Does Not Exist" by Devin Price. You guys check that out.
Definitely will.
She says Evergreen has been incredible. It's free workshops from wonderful talents, right? You can't go wrong with
that.
Especially the diversity panel that we just had.
Oh, that was wonderful.
Yeah, the diversity panel. Yeah. So, Sid and Grayson, as two people who are watching it, what were your thoughts on it? Because I know me and Lauren and Nikki were watching it as well, right? You were watching it as well, right? So, Nikki, Grayson, Sid, as people who were watching it, what were your thoughts?
I was super excited. All the knowledge that was dropped, people putting in their 2 cents, really, really helped. Because I was able to hear, like, there's way too many thoughts coming in at once. There's way too many thoughts coming in at once.
Okay, it's okay. Take your time.
That's how I felt during the panel.
Like, just for instance, the fantasy, when someone mentioned, why when you're building your world do you have everyone separated and basically segregated and on different areas instead of living all together when you create fantasy world. And it's like, oh, you're right. I never thought about that. Lizelle mentioned the orcs and Lord of the Rings, and that's something that's been bugging me for years. So to hear her talk about that made me so happy. And to see the chat was eating it up and asking questions, and knowing the fact that people in chat were so open-minded and so willing to learn and wanted to reach out and know more made me just super excited with this community.
Yay!
Hey guys, we are done a story.
Okay. All right, we'll listen.
That one needs to be edited because it's 120K.
Whew.
Yeah.
But it's done.
Oh my gosh! Congratulations!
Only took 2 years.
That's awesome! Oh my gosh!
I feel like it's part of the week. I feel like somebody could be like, "We should reread this section."
This is so awesome! I'm so happy for you guys.
And I feel like I'm a myself.
No.
I can thank you.
So good. Okay, I'm sorry, Cleo. I'm sorry. I just got a little bit excited. Don't judge
That's
me,
what I
okay?
want to do.
So we're
I'll
gonna
have to do it
have
next
right?
year.
Because
Oh my, thank you. No, Shannon was cute. I'll just go scream into a
My
pillow.
channel, I can squill if I want to. I can squill if I want to. Squill if I want to. Smith says, I've leveled myself up slowly. The Canson watercolor paper is better than Strathmore and it's totally worth the money. If you get Bristol board, which takes wet media graded, Strathmore is better. Okay.
Oh.
Zoe says, I think I figured out this one culture's main form of clothing. They live in a climate similar to Mongolia, but much lower elevation and slightly warmer. Amy says she'll be right back. We got congrats from Zoe, congrats from Casey. It's fantastic. Congrats from Ashley.
That's so sweet.
Congrats from Charlotte. Yay from Spence. Times to stop pontificating about art supplies. It's not like I painted since April anyway. Your project was at a deadline. What you missed was Lauren and Nikki reached the end of their book. And we are just telling them congratulations because that is so awesome. So awesome.
yes.
I'm so happy for you guys. That is so awesome.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And my poetry book is almost done. I got an email from today from the illustrator to tell me to be patient. And I need the 2 last questions.
I cannot wait for.
I don't know what patience means. Nope.
I can't wait for your stuff to come out so I can support you as much as you have supported me. Like I am just so glad to be your friend, and I cannot wait to be able to buy your books. Like this makes me so happy. Like,
Exactly.
So,
Yes.
Thank you guys.
But also, Lauren, just know for your art, at least you don't have to wait until November like I have to.
No, I mean I waited like an entire 2 months before because she is putting herself through art school at the same time. So
Yeah, I can't get my art until November. That's when I'm on the schedule for my person. So I am waiting.
I mean, at least you know it's coming. Right.
So when your book's out, we're gonna have like a celebration stream, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
oh yeah, we better.
Yes.
I just thought that was a given. I wasn't gonna ask. I just thought that was.
You're gonna get this level support.
I just be thinking stuff and be like, oh, I thought it must happen.
Right.
Oops. What was I gonna say? Oh, so Sid, what were your thoughts on the diversity panel? I know we got through Grayson's.
Yeah, I'll start.
I personally really enjoyed it because one of my questions that was answered naturally was,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Now I'll wait. I was trying to show you what I was coloring, but
no. Let's see. Show us.
I gotta turn its brightness down. That will be better. If we can take a Mardi Gras mask.
You gotta tilt it the other way closer.
Yes, a little bit.
You're gonna tilt it towards the camera. Tilt it towards the camera. Forward, yeah. Bring it forward. Yeah. Keep going. It's getting clearer the closer you get. Keep going.
Right. Keep going. Okay, there go. Keep going.
Oh.
Yep. You almost there. You might as well get right up on it. See?
Okay.
Yeah.
If I break it up just a little. yeah. Right there.
Yeah, sure.
You had it.
We trying to see it because it looks dope. Okay. So moving over.
Now bring it up just a little.
Back just a little bit. Like slowly back up. Slowly back up and slowly bring it up. Now bring it up higher.
Right there.
Higher. Oh, that's so dope. Right there. Don't move.
One hop.
That's so tight.
Love it.
That's so tight.
Now,
I love how we're all like, yeah, no, we're definitely gonna sit here and be like, no, move it this way, move it that way. Move it.
No, she needed that.
Right.
She knew what she was doing.
Yeah, especially when it's not facing me, it's facing the laptop. I'm like, which
If I wasn't
way?
on avatar mode, y'all would have saw my whole entire face up in the screen.
I'm pretty sure you saw. I'm pretty sure you saw mine. So that's fine.
Right.
Um,
But no, going back, one of my questions was asking, how do you write stories or POVs about characters that don't look like you or don't have something that's like outside of your lane, you know what I mean? And what someone said
different
was,
demographic.
yes, like you can write about it, but stick with that community. Don't just abandon that community once you write your character or your book. Keep continuing to learn about that community. And I thought that was very powerful.
Yes.
Because I feel like most people will be like, okay, I got it for the book. Thank you. Now I'm gone. There's like an option match. You have to stick.
You never hear from them again.
Exactly. And every community is always growing and learning. So I think that was so cool. I just enjoyed the chat as a whole. I got to rewatch it so I could write notes. I wanted to write notes so badly, but I did not want to ruin my Evergreen Oasis notebook. So I'm going to rewatch it and take some notes.
To piggyback off of what he just said, don't have that token black character, but be absolutely silent about Black Lives Matter.
Right.
Mm.
Don't say that song. Don't say that.
But if I did, it would
Don't say
be
that
hot.
before. If you have not spoken up, if you have a platform and you have not spoken about the fact that black people are being killed, slaughtered, beaten, hung by trees, and called it suicide, when it's not.
Right.
No, absolutely not. I don't trust people who can't use their platform to speak up about injustices in the world.
Exactly. I totally agree with that.
Like I see numbers in their subscribers, numbers like crazy. They like to promote their book and be talking about everything else in the
Right.
world. I don't trust people like that. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them.
Which one we far?
Come on, I feel the tea. Let the tea out, Cash. Let the tea out. I got the avatar for you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I ain't got no tea, but if I did, it would be hot. I said I ain't got no tea, but if I did, it would be hot. I said I ain't got no tea, but if I did, it would be hot. 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 Yeah, that was definitely a T song moment. Like definitely worthy of the well, I think Grayson spoke for a lot of us. Like if you gonna have black characters, but you're not gonna stand up for black issues, like why?
Well, I have one at all.
Exactly. I use Black Lives Matter as an example. I mean, any injustices.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There's a lot of things happening. How do you not see?
Like don't write LGBTQ plus character and then when there are issues in that community and they need their allies to be there, you're
nowhere to be seen.
Right,
exactly.
Like I've seen that happen too many times. I've tweeted and talked about my issues are things that I've been going through. And I'll have people sliding into DMs going, "Oh, I support you. I'm here for you." I look at your page and I don't see anything. Don't wait till I speak to you about why are you silent about this before you start randomly posting things back about, "Oh, I'm here for you." No. I shouldn't have to wait times. Don't do it.
Right.
Speak on it.
Yeah, because then it doesn't seem sincere. Like, how are they going to say they support you? Then don't have anything about it.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly. And if it doesn't fit your brand, you don't need.
That part.
If it doesn't fit your brand, what is your brand? Your brand is not standing up for people that need for like your brand is what? Like I'm confused.
Right.
Your brand is to not use your privilege for good. Like
exactly. If you're afraid of losing followers, what kind of platform are you running?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, look, even Kevin was saying in the stream that he feels like he has privilege because of being male. I mean, if you can't acknowledge what privilege you have, then you look in the mirror.
Well,
Right.
exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about what privileges we have, you guys, after we get through these comments. Natalie, so good to see you. How are you over there because you're in Sweden, right? Yeah, Natalie, you're in Sweden? Because I feel like you and Eve were talking about when she goes to Sweden. Let me know if I'm wrong. Hi, Shalina, how are you? How is Canada? Elsie Clement says, have you guys tried to get artists from DeviantArt? They often have shorter time frames for cover art or Tumblr.
Ooh,
I'll look into it because
I definitely look into that.
Nicole on DeviantArt.
Ooh, I didn't know that. Ooh, that's
Sorry, I
neat.
put that out there.
No, you're fine. Yeah, I put a lot of my poetry on there.
Amy says, anyone joining the Courtney Project spends in half an hour? Well, usually just asked about 2 hours. So I'll probably like put it on because I'm not really sleepy. So I'll probably be up for a little while. But yeah,
You mean you
I'm
don't sleep?
so tired. Plus, I didn't not get anything done at the moment. I know how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that wasn't what happening. Where is that comment go? Okay. I'll be sad to leave this stream, but yep, I really need to get some words. Oh no, I understand. I definitely understand. I know how you feel. It sucks not getting anything done. T Song Avatar. I know, isn't that awesome?
Right?
Ashley agrees with you. Miss Shalana said Ringo. Zoe says yes. Zoe says, "Gosh, I love this corner of AutoTube. You all speak the truth."
Yup.
Amy says,
Thank you.
Natalie says, yes, I'm in Sweden. Sylvia said, dropping in to say hi. Hey. Hi. Selena says, hey, y'all. Loving the retreat and all its goodness. Yes.
yes, Cash.
Hey, Mary. I'm so late. No, you are fine. You are fine. This is just our little wind down, our late night crochet chit chat edition. Like, that's all. Let's not talk about it. She's tired. My sleep starts with all kinds of messed up right now. Okay, I understand. But okay, so we're gonna talk about like privileges we have. So, a privilege that I have is I am a college educated Black woman, and that is a privilege because that's not something that everybody has the ability to do. And it also has afforded me opportunities and put me in spaces that other Black people don't have access to. So there are things about ways that I look at the world and perceive the world that are a little colored and different from how other people in my community might, see and experience things. And so I have to be mindful of that. One great example of that is I grew up in quote unquote the hood. And so I did a lot of things in my teenage and young adult years to move me out of that and out of that mindset, to move me as far away from that as possible. And so in doing that, I became one of those people who were like, if I talk this way and I carry myself this way, nothing will ever happen to me. Police officers will leave me alone. People will treat me like they have some sense, like I deserve to be treated like a human being. Like all I have to do is carry myself a certain type of way. And Sandra Bland showed me that that's not how that works. That at the end of the day, no matter how educated I am, I'm still Black at the end of the day, and people see that before they know how educated I am, what university I graduated from, those type of things. And so that is a privilege that I didn't realize that I was carrying on my shoulders, that other people in my community were not, and it was causing me to not necessarily look down on them, but look at it as well, this won't happen to me because I'm doing these things to make it differently. And so that's me talking about a privilege that I know that I have. So yeah.
The privilege that I have is I'm a trans man. And I know that doesn't sound like one, but you don't hear about trans men being beaten and murdered at the same rate as trans women. I have a lot more support than trans women do.
Why is that?
Because misogyny.
Right.
Right.
I'm gonna straight up say it. Like for instance, she who must not be named J.K. Rowling. Her main
You named it anyway.
her main issue is trans women going into the bathroom. Oh my gosh, her issue isn't trans people using the gender bathroom that they need to. It's just trans women. No one raises a stink about trans men using the men's bathroom.
Right.
And I realize I'm privileged in this.
And for me, I want to add on to what Grayson said. Me just being a guy, that's privilege in itself. I think people still forget that the world is still misogynistic no matter where you end up in whatever career. I know for me, with the past jobs that I had, they're quicker to listen to a guy than they are to listen to a woman, which I think is still messed up to this day. I feel like everyone is very much equal. And for me personally, I personally look up more to women because that's all I knew all my life, especially Black women. So for me as a person, as Sid, I treat Black women as like, they're my everything. So I listen to them more than I would ever listen to a guy. But it's such a shame that in this world, the men still have power and no one wants to tackle that issue. So I see my privilege, no matter where I go, if someone talks to me first over a woman. If someone serves me first in a restaurant over a woman, it's there and it's very clear to this day. Even though I'm Black, I still get treated better than a woman.
Wow.
I guess for me, it's being a blind one that graduated college honors, because being disabled, you're not expected to attend any more schooling after primary, because they expect you to just survive off your disability chats and not really to see anything further than what's necessary. And the fact that now I graduated with my associates, but I graduated with honors, showed that I didn't want to stick with that. I wanted to break that stereotype.
Ooh.
I mean, the obvious part of privilege, not only like going to college, like Kashi was saying, but being white. I think, until I started meeting people of color in college, like you're in your own little bubble, and you don't really understand what race is because you don't really experience it. But I think another thing too is being in middle class. I mean, like growing up, we've always had like donations for food and clothing, but fortunately, we never had to experience homelessness. And for some people that grow up that are in poverty or poor can end up in that situation.
Ooh, JC's comment. Yeah, true.
Okay, I got a few to go through because I've seen a few. So let's see. Author JC says, "Can I tell you that I love what I love so much about Evergreen is that y'all thought about giving half-hour breaks in between. Just the fact that y'all thought to do that says how much you care about us." Yes, that's actually something we learned from that first 10K Sunday we did, where we didn't put any breaks in that, and then it was further confirmed with the 12-hour relay with no breaks. They was like, "Nope, we got to make sure we got breaks in there for people because we don't want anyone to get burnt out," right? That's one thing we wanted to avoid. So I'm glad that you appreciated that. That makes me feel good. Zoe says, "I'm white and I come from an upper middle class family. I'm going to college with hardly any loans, so I know I'm far ahead of a lot of people. So the least I can do is stand up for everyone else." Say that.
Yes.
Say that. JC says, "I mean, I love everything about the retreat, but those breaks allow me to go do household stuff in between and not miss anything. Yay." Zoe says, "I'm half Armenian, and the only reason I exist is because 75% of Armenians were slaughtered in a genocide in 1914, and my grandparents got out. So killing innocent people is an issue I will fight." Amen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right? Cassandra says, "Is crocheting very hard? I never tried it." It's actually not very hard. It honestly to me is more intimidating than it looks more intimidating than it actually is.
Do you think crocheting?
You said what?
Oh, I'm gonna ask you if you think crocheting is easier than sewing.
I'm scared of sewing. Like I'm super intimidated by sewing, so
I
I
love
have
that.
no idea.
Nice.
Jocelyn says I had to step away for a few minutes. I feel like I missed so much. You haven't missed that much, love. Not that much at all. Casey says white women have so much privilege, especially because there has been such a history of weaponized femininity. Man, if that ain't a word in itself, like man.
Spill that tea.
It's what's hot. Ashley said, I have 4 privileged positions, cis, heterosexual, middle class, Christian, American college grad, but I also know that I'm still Black. But as I accept my disempowered position, I still have privileges. I think that's important because people think that because we point out white privilege, that Black people can't acknowledge the privilege that they have. Like, so for a good portion of AuthorTube that I've seen, most of them come from, even the black ones come from 2-parent homes. That's not my experience. That's the privilege that I have. And so for people to like that a 2-parent home is a privilege for some people. You know what I mean? That's not something that everybody gets. And so I think when you talk about the fact that even being in a marginalized community, we realize that there are privileges that we have in that. I think that is great. And that's one thing that I love that Catalea did. They talked about how they understand that they have privilege through the ability to read lips and the ability to use a hearing aid and things like that. And I just think that's one thing that we don't talk about enough is that the ability to be in a marginalized group and still have privilege.
Right.
That's something I didn't understand when I was younger, because a lot of my friends didn't have both their parents, or they were in foster care, or they were in something else, and I didn't understand that because I still do have both my parents. They're still married. I never had to want, never had to need for anything, and it's something that I never really understood until I was older, and now that I am older, I'm glad I understand that. So that's something I can keep in check.
Author JC said, when I stepped away, they were still talking about the retreat. Smith says, I live up and grew up poor in a community that is 97% white. Even still, I see how being blonde hair and blue-eyed white person affects treated and talked to people around me. Hi, Johnson said, when I stepped away, they were still talking about watercolors. Casey said, I saw that in reply to JK and the fact that I'm white. Like, I grew up poor, so I never realized what a privilege being a white woman can be. Exactly.
But even like you were saying, the idea of being privileged, you know, growing up in a home with 2 parents, I mean, that's not something people consider being privileged, but it is one.
It is, right, because I know, you know, I was raised by my grandmother, and then I got put in foster care in my teenage years, and let me tell you, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, if I'm being perfectly honest. Like, I wouldn't wish that experience on someone's childhood on anybody. So yeah, like, no, that definitely is a privilege, and I don't think people talk about it. There's this video on YouTube, and it's like a privilege kind of exercise, and it's where everybody starts out on this line of duct tape, and then for everything, like, they ask you like different questions, and if you did have that privilege, you take a step forward, and if you didn't, you take a step back. And it was like by the end of the thing, you got to see where you ended up on this line, even though you all started at the same point. And I think it was just a great illustration of how you don't realize that just because you are a part of a marginalized community that you still have privilege. Like, one of them was if you grew up in a house with books.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, think about that. Like, I grew up in a house with books. It was like second nature to go to a garage sale and get books. I couldn't imagine growing up in a house without books, but there are people who do.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Natalie says, here's a cool diversity in real life story. My paternal grandfather from the Dutch Caribbean was the first Black person on the all-white board of directors at Shell in Curacao, I don't know, Curacao in the 1950s. That is really cool.
Wow.
Hey, Haley. For me, I have a lot of privilege being Asian compared to other people of color, but the expectation is also very different. Being held to a higher standard than other people of color feels horrible. It makes me feel like there's this expectation of perfection versus holding someone at a lower standard for other people of color, which is just a very different feeling. And oh, it jumped. I'm reading it all. And I think this connects us away from other people of color, but is also a huge privilege in comparison. Yeah, no, I definitely could see that being a thing. Actually, I forgot the two-parent advantage. One I'm giving my own kids. Exactly. Johnson says that diversity panel made me realize I really don't know much about anything, and I have so far to go when it comes to learning about other people. But I definitely want to hear everyone's stories. Johnson, can I say that the fact that you recognize that is amazing?
That's awesome.
Like it takes a lot to see something like that in yourself and be like,
Yeah.
I want to fix this.
Right, I want to change it.
I already like adore you. I think you're just the sweetest thing ever. But like that was just great to see. So kudos to you for that. Zoe says, I'm so glad everyone here is so open-minded. Honestly, remember how amazing you are. Thank you.
Aww.
Morgan says, I don't think I've ever thought about what privileges I have. I'll have to think on that one for a minute. Kay said the books thing is so freaking important, right? Like when I said that, when everybody heard the growing up with books in the house, like did it not just like hit you like it's your life, right? Like that's what you know.
Yeah.
To think about.
I mean, I remember taking daily trips to the library to get more books.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, no, you
Right. JC said, someone who also did not grow up in a two-parent household is definitely a privilege. I look at my friends complaining about their dads, and I'm like, I just wish I had one. Man.
Wow.
Man, like
very true.
That was the biggest thing when I was a freshman in college. Like there were so many people like complaining about their parents and complaining about this and that. And I was like, dude, I'm going through this journey all by myself. Like I don't have parents encouraging me to keep going through classes. I don't have parents checking on me. I don't have parents throwing me an allowance to make sure that I don't have to work while I'm going through school. Like those are things that I was blessed with. And it was very hard to listen to other people complain about those things. Like, and granted, I probably didn't do myself a favor my freshman year. I went to a private university. I should have known I would have got a bunch of private school kids with private school privilege. Yeah. It didn't cross my mind. I was just excited that I had the scholarship to go there, you know? So I just think that's something you don't think about is we sometimes complain about things that other people are praying for. So I think that's something to always keep in mind.
I don't feel bad. I made with my college.
You said what?
Private school. Yeah. I made a mistake. My first year, I was trying to get my bachelor's. I went to a school for the arts for creative writing. And it was nothing but a bunch of snobs and a-holes.
Yeah, that I just I got so many thoughts, right? So. Casey says, I'm a librarian, and one of the things we discussed in my library program was how having books at home and having access to a library can drastically change a child's learning abilities from one who does not. I agree with you. So because of the fact that my grandmother was so big on education and reading, I actually skipped a grade. I tested out and skipped first grade. So I ended up graduating high school a year early. And so, but I was reading when I came into the first grade. Like I wasn't learning how to read, like I could already do it. So I completely agree with that. Like, giving your children books as soon as you can is like the best thing ever. I'm just saying. Hey, Vicky. Zoe says, growing up able to have a love of learning and utilize that is a privilege in itself. I mean, how many people can't study because they have to work full time to support their family? Okay, now. Right. Say that. Say that. Smith says other privileges I'm real aware of. I've never been asked to show a photo ID to vote. Okay. I ain't
Wow.
got no tea, but if I did, it would be hot because
Woo!
I've never been not asked. Every time
Right.
I've had to show my ID. Every single time.
How do you
LC
feel?
says the diversity panel made me
Sure,
think about fan
sure.
fiction I used to write in middle school.
Yeah,
My
okay.
dad read them and asked why none of my characters are black. I told them Sailor Moon and the others aren't black. And then he said, you need to make characters black because there aren't enough of us out there. So true. So
True.
Morgan says, all my friends' parents growing up were still married. I was the only one from a single parent home. It was so isolating, especially when it hit the fan and my dad would come in and out of my life. Exactly. Like it's a different life experience. Majority white private colleges. I went to an all women's private college. Oh my God. Some of the girls, I could tell stories about things found in the elevator alone. Same.
Right? Yeah.
Cassie, honestly, I'm being an immigrant from South Africa. Things are hard, but I'm privileged to be here in New Zealand, living a better life than before. LC Jocelyn says, it took me until super recently this year to realize none of my characters are Filipino like I am, and I realized I never read any characters like me when I was growing up.
Yes.
Ashley says, I too have to have my ID to vote. And Josh says, also, that's so awesome that your dad read your fan fiction. That's so awesome. My parents have never read my work. I'll be honest, like, I think that's the hardest part about dealing with the passing of the people in my family over the last few years is because they were the only ones who read my work. So like that was like a big thing. Like they were the, oh, I like this story. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, you need to do this. Like, yeah, it just, yeah. So I definitely understand the ability of having, like, that is a privilege to have family that supports your creative journey. Not everybody does that. A lot of
Nope.
people don't understand the creative journey or feel like it's worth supporting. So just even like I love the fact that you talk about these small things that don't seem like privileges but are. And to talk about the fact that they exist.
I didn't know people's parents read their stuff because mine never touched mine. So when people say, yeah, I read my fan fiction, I'm like, what?
Right.
That's a thing. I didn't know that was a thing.
Right. And I like one thing that I can say, like, even with all the things that have happened in my life and in my childhood, the one thing I would say is my grandmother never once tried to drown my creativity. Like, if I wanted a new art set, I got it. If I wanted a Lisa Frank art set, if I wanted to sew, if I wanted to do something creative, if I wanted a latchik set, if I wanted to write, if I wanted to draw, like she was behind that. And there's not a lot of parents that do that because there's a knowledge.
And that's what kids need at a young age. They need that support and encouragement that what they want to do is okay.
Right.
Support.
You do. You need that support for sure. Charlotte says, wait, some of you don't get asked for ID for voting over there? Pretty sure it's compulsory for everyone in Australia. Every time I voted, I got to have photo ID with my address on it. Every time I vote, that's what I got to have.
Mm-hmm.
Kat says, I feel that. Before my mom remarried, I hated Father's Day since I didn't have a father or a father that really felt like a father. I was jealous when people had parents and they were happy even when. You know what? So I'll talk about something that made me really jealous. Not having a mom, because everybody has a mom. That's the one person that everyone convinces you is always in your corner is your mother. And so to not have my mother was the hardest part. Like not having my dad wasn't a big issue because other people around me didn't have their dad, but nobody didn't have their mom. So I definitely understand that. I definitely understand that.
How many Titans stop acting up?
What'd you say, Sid?
How many Titans stop acting up? We trying to listen to you, and Titans not letting you be great over here.
Right, I had to mute it. Like, dude, don't be mad at your sister because she keeps taking your bone because you keep leaving it everywhere. That's your fault.
That always made me feel guilty when it came to the issues between me and my mom. Because I was aware of my friends who didn't have theirs, so I never wanted to complain. But I didn't get that. I don't have that child mother relationship with my mom. I don't have that. I don't have that support like other people have. I don't have that. I'm aware my mom loves me, but that doesn't mean she supports me, and she has stated as such. So it's like I don't like to complain about it. It's just that weird feeling of, well, I would like that child mother relationship. I don't know what it feels like to have that.
Oh.
I completely understand. I feel like for me, when I got into my field and I was in my career and I was like afforded all the things I had been working my tail off to get, I never wanted to complain about the microaggressions and the things that I was experiencing in that workplace because I was the only Black woman there. So it was like I had made it to this point. So I can't complain because it's somebody else who wants to be here just as bad as I am. So I know it's not the same thing in the family thing, but definitely being from a point where something is great on the outside looking in, but it's not for you who's experiencing it in that moment. And so wanting to complain, but knowing I got friends who wish that they had this job that I had, who wish that they were in this position that I had. So I completely get that. Charlotte says, also graphics is giving me a headache, but I'm loving this discussion. Yay! He says, FYI, I'm mute because I have my fan running and I'm listening to music. No strike for cash, right? And he says, being able to write is a privilege as well. I agree.
You're right.
Vicky says, it was just so nice to hear other people who share my experience and commune and commiserate with. I agree. Oh, and it jumped. Dang, it jumped a lot. Elsie says, if anyone asks you for ID, Pennsylvania for voting rights, we have the right to refuse to show it. The only reason why my dad used to read my fan fiction because we share one computer. My mom read my diary. Oh goodness. It says I had an out-of-date photo idea with the wrong for 2.5 years and voted every time. I hadn't changed voted district, so I signed an affidavit of identity and bam. Wow. Vicky said, plus I got some bingos. Johnson said, I had a cousin that read my work when I was in high school. I kept asking her questions about it. She turned to me and said, I don't care. And since then, I haven't shown my stuff to my family. Oh, no.
Well, that's good.
That sucks.
Well,
On the one hand,
I would love to read your work. I'm interested.
Yeah. I was just going to say, on the one hand, like, it's good to know that they told her the truth and how they felt, so you didn't keep putting yourself out there not knowing that it.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's true.
Y'all see this dog? See this?
You look at it,
Isn't this ridiculous? Like,
Titan, get your butt out of her face.
Titan, can you move? Thank you. Sister said, Alley Cat says, they had their arguments and such. I wondered how people couldn't be separated and cared for. Oh, sorry, y'all. It's getting close to my bedtime. Sister said, my parents never took my writing seriously. One day out of nowhere, my dad brought it up and told me I should keep doing it because if I wanted to make a career out of it, I'd have to keep it up. Well, that's good.
That's very encouraging.
Sorry, forgot the second part. Just in the second part, distracted. Okay. Zoe says, I'm so grateful for my parents. Like my little brother, the fact that they're accepting of him being trans. But anyway, he wants to be an artist and they are totally supportive. Shout out to your parents.
Yeah.
Speaking of my little brother, he got his name legally changed last week. That's awesome. Shout out. Shout out.
Says yes.
That is fantastic.
So proud of him.
And it says losing a caring mom is the hardest thing to go through. Yeah, so I've always wondered, is it harder to lose a mom that was always there or harder to never have had a mom at all? So I definitely understand that. Right, congrats to your brother. Like I said, true. Sometimes it's a stereotype that all mothers will be there when not everyone's mother is always there for their kids. It's sad. It is.
True.
I mean, sometimes on intentional, it depends your mom has to work nonstop to make sure you have real.
Y'all, I just realized I've been recording for an hour and 22 minutes on this vlog and wasn't even trying to. Charlotte says, on the voting thing, pretty sure one of my biggest privileges on the top of being very white is having easy access to be able to vote in my country. The state of things in the U.S. honestly scares me. Same.
Big bad.
Casey says, Grayson, I have that with my parents as well. They could be downright abusive when I was young, and I'm not out to either of them. Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
I'm so sorry, Casey.
Well, that community here.
Oh, she says, what's crazy is my parents were separated for 10 years but still married. They were always supportive of us, but my dad took care of our household as well as his.
Wow.
The idea of not complaining about a toxic workplace is a wonderful of gaslighting. It is. Right? We want to read your work, Jocelyn.
Yeah, what are you for you?
Grayson, I can so relate to wanting a better relationship with your mom. Mom was emotionally and physically abusive, and I'm only just recently getting to the point where I forgive her for myself. It is very hard to get to that point. It is.
I'm still working on that.
Right? Mm-hmm. I love your dogs. Titan as bad as a cat that wants attention. He is. Y'all are snaps for the name change. What name change happened? Oh, the brother name change. Okay.
Yeah,
the reason I ask is sometimes the people on the screen like to change their names randomly. So I thought somebody had randomly changed
the lies you tell. The lies you tell, Grayson.
My mother doesn't even know I'm an author. My sister, when she discovered, told me it was attention seeking. My father knows this and is proud of me writing. Well, I'm glad you have your dad. I'm really, really glad you have your dad.
Exactly.
I'm really, really glad you have your dad. And let's put this phone on the charger because it just told me it's on 15%. And what we don't need is it.
Don't die, phone.
Don't die, phone. Don't die.
My phone is at 1%, and I'm just like, ooh, awesome.
Yeah, you better think about charger.
What was it? I'm in my office, Nikki, okay? My charger's in my room.
Dang.
You said okay?
Denied.
Yes, denied.
I didn't realize I had like an injury.
I mean, on the side, you have a lot of content for your vlog.
Isn't that a good thing?
Oh my gosh, I just got like an amazing message on Instagram. It just made me smile so big. Y'all, I just want to say, like, I really appreciate all you guys who come to my channel and participate in these conversations and ask questions and tell us what you're learning, because it makes me feel like I'm making a difference in this community, right? So when I joined Author 2, one of the things that I saw was nobody was talking about these things. Like, you know, like there would be certain people who might say something here or there, but it wasn't like we're actually getting to the root of these things that make us different, but are so important to us as writers. And to know that you guys love this, appreciate this, expect this, and want this makes me so happy, because sometimes you think, like, I don't know how this is going to be perceived. I don't know how anybody is going to feel about this. Right. And so I just thank you guys all for being here and being so supportive. Like, I just wanted to shout all you guys out who are watching it and you guys on the screen with me. You guys are amazing people.
Love you, Shay.
Amazing.
But I think too, Shay, I think sometimes that holds people back from, you know, letting their voices be heard, because they're like, you know, what if it's not perceived well? Then they let that fear hold them back and they don't say anything.
I feel that.
I appreciate that so much. Casey says, all thanks. Things have gotten a lot better. They recognize that they held over a lot of toxic things from their parents and have apologized for the stuff they did. That's awesome. It takes a lot for someone to apologize for things that they did, especially for things that they carried over, so they don't even realize are necessarily wrong, because it's just something that they carried over from their life. So So I'm glad that you were able to get that with your parents. So Haley says, I think finding a group of people outside of family is so important. To have the chance to choose the people around you is profound. Man, sometimes you make your own family. Right? You make your own family. And he says, my dad doesn't care about my sister and I as long as we take care of him. Thankfully, I've had the privilege of other supportive adults in my life. Man,
Yeah, feeling it.
sometimes I think parents forget that we didn't ask to be here, yo. Like, I really think they forget that. Like, we didn't choose for y'all to be our parents. Like, that was not something we chose. And yeah, everybody don't need to have kids, y'all. Widow Wright says, I came out to my mother as bi in college, and she wrote the whole exchange off like it never happened. So when she now asks when I'm going to start dating or get married, I felt angry. See, so, okay, privilege. So when I came out to my grandmother that I was going to start dating a girl, I had a very different experience coming from someone who grew up in a very Christian home than most people who grew up in Christian homes have when they come out. The worst thing she said was, I mean, y'all still going to hell, but I love you. And honestly, for a grandma, a black grandma, and that's the worst thing she said, I'm perfectly fine. Like, she was, when she was in the hospital and me and my girlfriend at the time were there, my grandmother was like, this is my granddaughter Shay and this is her girlfriend Shay, and they're both named Shay, but you can never get them mixed up because they're two very different people. Like, my grandma she was very clear on it, and she was clear to my uncle and stuff like, this is who Cache choose to be with, you're not going to disrespect her. And so I think for
it shows that she respected you.
She did. She respected. And for me, I think it made my decision to live my life how I wanted it to be so much different from a lot of other people, because I didn't feel forced away from my family. I didn't feel like I lost them or I was disconnected from them. And that in itself was a privilege.
That's something, what she's going through is something that I still go through with my mom. I came out to my mom when I was a teen about being pansexual. Then I came out to her a few years ago about the fact that I'm trans. And she refuses to acknowledge that. Absolutely refuses. She still dead names me. My dad, who I was actually fearful of coming out to, is supportive. And
I'm supportive. I said, at least you have one parent that's supportive in your family.
Yeah, like he says so himself. He's like, I don't fully understand, but please do your research. If you have an issue finding a doctor, let me know, because I don't want you just going under the knife with anyone. Like, his main fear is doctors. And I completely understand that. I mean, those in the Black community should know the issues with doctors. But
right,
my mom refuses to acknowledge it. She refuses. And every single time I try to talk to her about it, she acts confused, like we've never had this conversation. And now when we speak, it's like she's speaking to someone she just met.
Oh, wow.
That's a constant thing.
I'm sorry I have to
sorry you have to go. We're glad you came. Amy said this was a privilege. This is a privilege, right? Because right now we don't have any interpreters on the screen. So the fact that we can have this conversation is a privilege for all of us, right? So it is.
Very true.
Oh, yeah.
Autumn says, I love your streams. You're so positive, bright, and absolutely lovely. Love you. Oh, thank you so much, Autumn. That makes my day. Haley says, thank you for creating this safe space for people to talk about these things. Y'all don't make me get emotional. Don't make me get emotional. You and your streams are wonderful, and I look forward to seeing my notifications pop up for your videos and shit. Aww. Yay for breaking familial cycles of abuse. Yes. Burn it
How you
down.
gonna do it?
Burn it down. Zoe says, your channel is one of my favorites. I was in philosophy club in high school, and we always had conversations like this. I'm so glad to found another group to talk about things. Yay. Says, you are so supportive of the whole community. People can always tell when other people are being authentic and genuine. You're genuinely a wonderful, beautiful person.
Yes!
That part.
Wow.
Authentic and genuine.
Yeah.
Y'all are so sweet.
Being your true, honest self. That's all we can ask of you.
Yes.
Right, I felt that stuff. One that haven't come out. No, like you guys. So when I had the conversation with my grandma, like I had been talking to this girl for like 2 months, and I'd been like trying to figure out like how to talk to her about it. And I told her, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna ease myself into it. So at first I was like, so grandma, like I'm talking to this girl, and she's like talking. I was like, yeah, like we like have more conversations than what I normally have with girls, and I kind of like her a little bit, and I don't know what it is, I don't know what's going on. And she's like, okay, well, I'll say this: I'd rather you figure out what it is now than you get married and figure out that that's not what you want, and
Right, and then you're unhappy.
And even with her saying that, I was still too scared to tell her that I'd already agreed, that I'd already made this girl my girlfriend, right? So I waited like 2 more weeks, and I was on the phone with her, and I remember I was outside of my job, talking to her on like my lunch break, and I was like pacing around, and I was like, okay, grandma, like I gotta tell you something, and I was like in tears, and I was like, I know you may never want to talk to me again, and this is really hard for me to say because I don't want you to stop talking to me, but I feel this in my heart, and this is what I have to do. So I've already thought about the fact that you never talk to me again, and I've decided that it's okay because this is what I want. And I told her, and she was like, why would I stop talking to you? And she's like, your uncle sleep with his baby mama and I still talk to him. Girl, if you don't shut up. And y'all, when I tell you, I was like, only Exetta would just come out and talk to me like I ain't got no sense because I was worried about how she would accept this, not realizing that growing up in this Christian home, that's like hard. It's hard to
you don't know how they're gonna react to it.
Right, you never know what's gonna happen. You never know. So I appreciate how she handled it so much, because then I was crying tears of joy because she wasn't gonna make me feel any different, because I didn't want to lose it. Like me and my grandmother like were best friends. Like that was one of the only things it took me forever to keep from her. Like I kept that, and when I started smoking, I kept those two things from her for the longest because those are the two things I was the most afraid to tell her. Anything else, told her everything. So for her to accept that was really, 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 really a big blessing. And I didn't realize how much of a blessing until, my ex started responding to it. And I realized that wasn't her experience. Her family, we still had to be friends. I couldn't be her girlfriend. And she'd been out way longer than I had. So yeah. So yeah, no, grandma was on it, right? Andy says, I came out as pants to my roommate, and the first thing she said was, I thought you tried to pull a move on me once. No, I didn't, honey.
That's so annoying.
LC says, I love the fact that your platform is used to have everyone's voices heard. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Let me say, like, I'm learning. I don't know everything, like, by any means. Like, I'm constantly asking Grayson questions. Like, I want to make sure that I am doing a good job of being there for everybody. Like, I don't want it to be one-sided. And I do know I'm going to talk about Black issues. That's the only thing I know inside and out. But I'm going to learn.
But at least you admit when you know stuff, so you get up.
Right. Yep, we burn it all. Casey, yes, please know that this community is loving and supportive. We are all here for you, for sure.
Yes.
It says there are so many issues for access to health care for trans people. Our prime minister here was trying to pass a bill in parliament that would allow doctors to refuse treatment without referring you elsewhere. Oh my.
Oh. That right there makes me hurt so much. People think, oh, this is a choice. You could do that. It's not a choice. If you knew what a lot of trans people went through mentally, you understand it's not a choice. And those surgeries are so needed. Like that hurts.
Right. Mama says, I tend to be a lurker that just listens in, but I'm all for the discussions being had here. Yay!
Right.
Casey says, thank you so much. I have a lot of people who love me as I am, who know the whole of me. That's awesome. I'm so glad.
Great.
Jocelyn said to Casey, I'm glad you have supported people in your life that love you for you. Casey said, thank you so much. I know I'm so lucky for my friends and my found family. I know, right? I love you all so much. And if any of you need someone to talk to, I'm on Instagram. I have to go and get some words, but everyone love yourselves. I know you are amazing and always be yourself. Zoe, have a good night. Go get you some words. I'm definitely gonna be stalking you on Instagram to see how many words you get in before you go to sleep. Jocelyn says there's so much love in this chat right now. I'm all for this. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Okay, let me get back to crocheting because I've only done one line, y'all. We just been talking.
You got distracted by the chat.
But we have been chatting. We just been chatting.
And Lauren got emotional.
Oh, what happened, Lauren? What's going on?
Why are you crying?
Just a lot of feelings.
What?
You okay?
You're gonna fall.
I'm so full.
Why are you trying to make an awful?
I'm more than you are. Why are you crying?
Stop trying to tickle me. Let me cry. Let me have a moment.
No. You feeling all the love tonight?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely true that you sometimes your family isn't the one that you're born into, it's the one that you find. And I think for me, I don't feel like I really had that feeling of belonging somewhere, having that feeling of connection.
Until now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel.
Did you say until now?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry. Don't do that, Lauren. That's not fair.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Or
I don't like this. Okay.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, y'all. We're not gonna all be crying on this.
I won't, but I will make y'all cry.
Oh.
One of my favorite quotes comes from the Fosters, and it says, "Blood doesn't make you family, love does." And I believe I truly abide by that. You know,
Yeah.
I really do feel like you can pick and choose your family, especially who you want to be your brother, your sister, and if you develop that relationship with someone very close, they can be your mother, they can be your father if you let them in, they can be your cousin, the crazy cousin even. Don't look at me. I saw that. All y'all just look at me.
We all got a crazy cousin.
I just like how all y'all looked at me when I said the crazy cousin. I saw
I was watching on Facebook, but
I only made that face because I would be the crazy cousin. So if y'all need one, I'm here. What's up?
right. Grayson's the crazy one, everybody. Go for him. He the crazy one.
Wow.
And Lauren's the shady one. And Nikki too.
Wow.
Well, dang.
I embrace that.
So Jocelyn said today was my first Pride event. So today has just been so full of support and love. I'm like tearing up. Hey Jessica. Man, okay. It was now I know I wasn't deep in the comments, but I feel like Jessica was in the comments dropping gems all night long. Like I feel like I just kept freaking it. Oh, and by the way, maybe you shouldn't tell the story. Maybe you should let them tell their own story. Yes. Okay, go off, Jessica. Katie says, what a coincidence. I'm crocheting a shirt. What are you? I didn't even notice. So yeah, okay, so on these self-care streams, I'm either crocheting or I'm coloring. And I'm working on a blanket. So I'm working on a corner to corner blanket. Lauren, look at all this love. Jocelyn sending you hearts. Widow Wright says, I'm crying with you, babe. Arthur Morgan Lee is sending hearts. Arthur JC is sending hearts. Annie says, this is so beautiful. Casey says, I'm sharing the hug Zoe gave me earlier with you, Lauren. Group hug for Lauren. LC says, it's too much love in this room.
The courage extreme. Yes.
Spence says, I want to be everybody's overbearing aunt. That's my niche.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome, y'all. I love it. And one thing that I am glad for is that even as like my channel continues to grow, that we still get to have these moments where we're just talking and it's just, those of us who are like, yeah, we're gonna stay up late and chat with Cachet and we just gonna get to talk about anything and everything and it's gonna be a good time. Like I don't want that to be something that changes. And with growth, stuff like that happens, but I want to keep these a regular thing. Like I want to continue to have these conversations because, just I don't know about everybody else, but knowing that I am helping somebody else makes my freaking day. Like it makes everything. Like knowing that I have made just one person's day better makes my entire day better. And so I don't want to ever stop doing that. I don't ever want to stop doing that.
And it reminds you that you're doing something good.
Right? Like, especially when you're wondering, like, dang, is what I'm doing making any kind of difference?
Right.
It is.
It definitely is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Spence, I want a cookie. Auntie, give me a cookie. I want a cookie.
I get a cookie first. Did.
That is Teasel.
No cookies for you.
I want a cookie.
Do a trick, you might get one.
Wow.
Okay.
I feel loved.
I'm glad you feel loved.
I'm glad you feel loved
because we're here for you.
Right.
Oh, how are you coloring? Which?
No, sorcerers. Hold on. Oh, slutty shows.
Why do they offer these type of coloring? Wait, I want to see it.
How's everybody's self-care going?
Maybe that's the type of magic she does.
I'm trying to finish this line before the end of the stream, so I'm trying to pick up the pace just a little bit because going through the comments definitely had me slow.
But I've been happily drinking my Texas pecan coffee because, yes.
Ew. Of course, you guys know I have my squirrel moments. And I've been doing it like that. So, of course, I've been having them. So, I have not read my book. And it's hard to listen to my music because I'm more invested into this chat.
Squirrel moments. You are a squirrel moment. And that's why we love you.
That's very true.
I want to be mad, but I can't with that ending right there. I can't be mad. I can't be mad.
I mean, we do give you a hard time, but we do love you.
I know, I feel it. I love you guys too.
Even when listen, nephew, you need a cookie. Ashley said, I'll make some cookies and I share. Devin said,
cookies.
I like chocolate chip.
I love making people laugh, especially my sister. She's got the best greatest laugh that cannot be copied her face, so you know she's really happy. Ooh, Vicky says she's about to start dancing for exercise. I love it.
Ooh, here for
y'all feeling the love, and I'm over here trying to run terrified from Nemesis. How did Capcom manage to make him more annoying? But I'm chilling.
Yes. Yes.
It says I'm working on a book cover while watching the chat. Ooh, what's the name of the book?
Right.
Morgan says I was doing a puzzle, but a bug crawled over the table, so now I'm laying in bed.
And I'm done.
Burn the table. Burn that table.
Yeah. Burn the table in the puzzle. Goodbye, bug.
Goodbye, bug.
I feel like
It's like
two things I need to get. I need to get puzzles. I need to get a coloring book. I need colored pencils. I need all that stuff.
Yeah. You know, now I want to go look on Amazon for some coloring books. My mom used to have a whole bunch of them.
No, at the start of my, I already got some coloring books sitting in my Amazon cart that I want to get.
Everyone like it at hand.
But I agree. If anyone in the comments or anyone on this screen wants to make like adult coloring books, let me know. I will buy it because they be expensive for no reason.
If somebody has some art skills, they can make an AuthorTube coloring book. Here is the writer sleeping on the keyboard.
Yeah, a lot of adult coloring books aren't really accessible either. They're like really light.
They're really light and they're super detailed. Like, you want to relax. Why you gotta color like 100 little tiny details?
Listen, there's been times in my life where I felt so outside everyone else, I lost track of myself and what I am. I walk by communities that I've just been able to find a home in and never stuck. Casey says, I had to get over being weirded out by bugs because there are these tiny beetles hanging around my house. They came last summer too.
Nope.
He says, got a grenade launcher. I'm feeling empowered. I need some of Grace's energy right now because Nemesis is going to kick my The book is one of my re-releases. I'm so on track with my writing. I might be able to release it in January 2021 as planned. That's awesome.
Yes.
He said, save this place from all the scary things, but the second I see a spider in there, I'm moving, probably to Canada.
Burn it.
LC says, I got a Doctor Who coloring book.
I want one.
I would love to buy an AuthorTube coloring book.
Yes.
Author JC says, idea, someone make an adult coloring book for the next Evergreen Writing Oasis event. Charlotte says she has one too. Devin says Canada has spiders too. This I made my own community in person. Friends becoming cousins and brothers is a way nobody else could ever be. AuthorTube is the first place I found that on its own where I feel like I belong. That's awesome.
Aww.
Casey said, I let the spiders hang out. They leave me alone and eat the beetles.
Nope.
I don't know. I'm probably weird. I like spiders.
See, we have wolf spiders here, so I have a big issue with spiders.
I think spiders look cute and adorable.
Well, you're weird.
I know. Like, I can admit, like, I have no problems with spiders. I can confess that.
Yo, she said that like
why did you like attack me hardcore? That's because you're weird. Like,
that's so fast.
Right.
She's like, that's because you're weird. Like it was so quick that it was like she knew you were gonna say that.
You see how we work?
Nicole says, let's blindfold you and let the spiders crawl on you and see if your opinion changes.
I don't mind spiders. It's just other things I hate. But yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Like what?
I ain't gonna say because I haven't. Like, what you say?
Damn it!
Nicole,
I knew you should have waited.
Or stop being yourself.
We gonna talk later, Nicole. We gonna talk. But no, one of my biggest fears is like if I tell someone like one of my fears, they're gonna like put it on me. So that's why I don't like saying it.
She was. First of all, we're not near you. Second of all,
no, like in general.
Just give us a hint.
Yeah, now I want to know.
All right. My biggest fear is being trapped in a room with Nicole, Lauren, and Grayson because I feel like they're gonna bring my biggest fears out in the open and scare me.
Yeah,
so that is I'll say what it is.
That sounds like Nick.
Yes, I'm looking at you, sir.
I got you.
You're not gonna tell us what it is.
Nope.
Let's see.
You can't force me.
No, I tricked you.
Quote unquote loves us. See that?
Vicky says, can I move to Mars, please? Mars can't have spiders. Johnson says we have wolf spiders here too. Wolf spiders and hobo spiders. Nope. Hobo
spiders.
Charlotte says spiders catch the flies. They can stay, although sometimes I gotta take them outside. Spence says spiders should stay in their lanes, which is out of my shoes and away from my bed.
Accurate.
Hey, says, I don't care about other bugs as much as I do about moths. I'm such a baby when it comes to them. Morgan says anything with more than 4 legs scares the crap out of me. And he says, as long as the spider does not come running towards me, I'm fine. Excuse me, y'all. That yawn was needed. LC says spiders get rid of the mosquitoes as long as they're outside the house. I won't have to kill them for scaredy cats. Cough, cough, husband. Oh yeah, if there are any wolf spiders, my tune would change so fast. I have mostly daddy long legs.
Nope.
Oh,
Good no.
So much love and altitude. Discovering this community has been one of the best things that happened to me in the past year. That's awesome.
Same.
I'm not so afraid of spiders, but cockroaches? Mm-mm.
Ooh.
Right now, my biggest fear is Nemesis because he's like that ex that you wished you never messed with. Kiki says, the monsters are just flighty. If I can get over the flutter, I'm good. Really, it's the creepy, no matter what you say, Sid, crawlers. Johnson said, when we lived in Florida, I found a palmetto bug in a dishwashing glove. When I put my hand in it, I just started throwing clothes into my suitcase. We're leaving now. All bugs will catch these hands, my shoe if they get too close to me, pay my bills, and get the F out of my home. And Allie says, I hate spiders. I can't even cope with them in videos. Yeah, so here's my thing. I can deal with spiders as long as spiders don't get too close to me. Or they're not too big. If you're a big spider or you're a spider that gets too close to me, you got to go, homie. I don't know what else to tell you.
As long as I can't feel it or see it, I'm okay. I mean, I don't like them, but
because you do catch other bugs. You do and I hate flies, so you catching flies, I'm cool with that. But I also just don't want you in my space. Just don't be seen or heard. Just stay away from me.
Them multiply their little demon babies all over the place is my issue.
David.
Oh my goodness. Yes, spider rain.
That's just mean. Why would you do something like that?
I know.
The spider rain, what is that?
Look it up. Look it up.
Sid, tell
Look
me.
it up.
I will cry gigantic mantis. You better let me know.
Sid,
quit playing. Where's Auntie Spence? I'm scared.
I'm living for these comments.
Ashley, spider rain? No, we out now.
Right.
Oh, I know raindrop poster.
No. Why would you say that, Nick? I don't want to know.
You want to know?
Charlotte said, Morgan, wait till you hear about centipedes. Mary says, spiders are fine. I think stink bugs who needs to go.
Oh, stink bugs. I can't stand them.
See? Look at that. Jason, look.
Y'all ever seen those videos of the spider rain? Ashley said, my poor husband, I cuss up a blue streak when flies try to enter my kitchen. Widow Wright says, high key, I'm scared of alligators and crocodiles. With sharks, they can't get out the water. With gators, nope, they'll follow you. Same with hippos. Don't F with hippos. Spence says, spiders stopped bothering me so much after someone pulled a daddy long leg out my hair and put it outside. It was a real quick, okie doke, transcendent moment for me. Vicky says, I just knocked over my iron board because I was freaked out walking toward a spider. Ashley says, spider rain? Nope, we out now. Vicky said, almost broke my TV. Johnson says, oh my God, I don't think I can handle that, Spence. Sean says, look up spider rain. There's no way to describe it better than watching the videos. I will not. Casey says,
Don't do it. No, thank you.
Hey, it's short for lizard. How are you? So my husband started a long-running joke about a spider union. He says, I'll bring it up to the spider union anytime I see one in the house. I still note my way out the house when I find one.
Me.
Johnson said, how did the chat go from hugs to bugs? Wait, how did this happen? As you said, y'all have problems. Spider Rain, I'm gonna leave the planet. Hop on a Tesla rocket. Casey said hippos will come for you. I said dandelions are pretty harmless. Oh, friendly reminder: kill spotted lanternflies. What are
Right. I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
go
those.
real fast.
I don't know what that is.
So
Oh, they look pretty,
they look pretty.
right? Are they like dangerous?
Oh wait, they excrete a sugary substance called honeydew that encourages the growth of black sooty mold. Let's not.
Let's not do that.
No. But they're so pretty.
Oh,
I know that's the
thank you, Widow Rights. That's interesting to know.
Oh, I'm going to know.
I will definitely be killing them if I see one.
I have a new fear.
Right. Now I got something else to be afraid of. Okie dokie.
I just want to admire
Right.
this kind of
We got
children.
5 minutes left to the top of the hour. Anything
Well,
else y'all
but-
want to share about before we get ready to say our goodbyes?
I mean, I just want to talk about an amazing book that is coming out on July 22nd, 2020.
What's that book, Sid?
I believe it's called The Healer's Love by Kira L. Rose,
Oh, wow.
aka The Naked Firefly.
Oh, wow.
If I'm not mistaken.
Firefly got a book coming out.
Oh,
You
book
don't
actually.
What
How do we get one?
or what?
How do we get one?
Well, I believe there are free pre-order links that she gave us from one of those book websites. Don't know off the top of my head, but it sounds
Hold
interesting.
on, we'll get it in the comments. Give me a second. Give me.
Haley, hippos do kill more than lions. They are the most dangerous animals out there.
Yes. Yes.
There we go. That's it. Books2read.com/the Healer's Love.
Healer's love.
Oh, so for those of you who don't know, The Healer's Love takes place on the island of Ibala, and it follows our main characters, Iyanda and Emiliano, in their search to go through tradition and family to find love. It is a romance, and y'all know what? I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna get into Cachet's real voice real quick. I don't even read romances, right? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna support because I love the Naked Firefly. I think she has really great content. I'm gonna support this book. Y'all, first of all, the book is bomb. Like the story is just good. Like it's a legit good story. Like I'm sitting there like, what is gonna happen next? Okay, I don't really want to stop reading. Let me just keep. Okay, I kind of got to bed. Let me just wait. Can I leave this till tomorrow? No, I really can't. I gotta know what's about to happen. Let me just keep going. So I'm just saying, it comes out next week. It's available for pre-order. You should probably go check it out. And I mean, I happen to know insider information that eventually hardbacks are going to be available. I mean, who AuthorTube is doing hardbacks? Not that many people. So, let's show her some love and some support. We also know Miss Barbara Howard has her book, The Final Harvest, coming out on August 1st. So definitely check that and get that information so you can get that. And I will have both these pre-orders in the link in the description box by tomorrow. So you can definitely have that when you come back and watch this video.
Yes.
Watch this video. Right. What I miss? Devin says I stepped in a snake pit when I was a teenager. Do not recommend. Charlotte says y'all hyping is cracking me up. Johnson says this is the best infomercial. Charlotte says rams, big boy sheep kill more than bulls. FYI, if you see a ram, do not engage. It will ram you. Ashley says I'm trash for romance, at least for a list of Cole's historical romances. I'll happily read the Naked Fireflies offering. Yay! Vince says, thank you so much for this stream, guys. Today was full of sadness, sickness, and grief. The stream was a giant sigh of relief for my tired soul.
Yes.
Spence. Oh, that makes me feel so good. I'm so glad that you could catch this stream, that you could get these good old laughs in, that you are now the auntie off the tube out here passing out cookies and ish. I'm so excited for it. Like, yeah. All right, y'all want to do y'all outros after we what it book 2 of my series, The World Riders of Keldara, is out on December 1st, 2020. Okay, Natalie got coming out in December. I'm gonna remember that. The Wolf Riders of Keldara. Am I saying that right? Keldara, is that the right word?
That sounds awesome.
Right, the title sounds interesting as all get out. The Wolf Riders of Keldara. Okay, I'm gonna try to remember that. I think this is the first time you didn't told me this title. I'm gonna try to remember that. And I'm a December baby, so I remember that it'll be in December for sure. Okay, y'all. Who wants to go first with their outro?
Oh.
Go ahead, Nicole.
Hey.
What I do, everybody? As you know, I am Grayson Wild, and I do write with pride. I dive into fantasy and the warm mugs of coffee. I want to thank you guys Thank you guys for coming out tonight and having fun with us. I just dropped a teaser for my work in progress on my channel earlier tonight, so check that out if you like. And you can find me on Instagram at grayson.wild. That's wild with an E.
Okay, next. I'm Lauren. I write poetry, fantasy, and paranormal romance. Yep. You can find me on YouTube. The YouTube channel is by Sight, and I cover the poetry I write and blind awareness videos. And I'll have a Patreon. I don't know why I keep forgetting to tell people that.
Yes.
Alright, on the next. I'm Nicole, the Blind Maze on YouTube. On there, I cover mythology, magic, and poetry that I've written. Just posted one today for Ursula the Sea Witch. You guys want to check it out. I also write fantasy, paranormal, along with dark poetry.
Noise. What's up, everybody? My name is Sid Sapak, aka Sid the Kid. I will be writing under S Sapak. I write in fantasy. I do have a YouTube channel, but I will be taking a little bit of a step back and putting out more timers rather than content. So, for that. And I am here just to always support my big sis Cash.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So make sure. So Jocelyn says the Amazon link isn't on the books to read page, but it is available on Amazon too. That is very true. You can order it on Amazon. It's short for Lizard says it's my first stream I've caught live. This was wonderful. Thank you all. So glad to have you. You are so pretty. Your avatar is gorgeous. Just wanted to tell you that. Alice, thanks for this, guys. Jessica says good night. Thank you for everything. Arthur Morgan Lee says good night. So on that note, we're gonna say good night, y'all. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. These whole yawns and everything. Go ahead and take your tail to sleep.
Trying to put you to sleep.
Good night, Sharon.
All right. Good night, everybody. Y'all have a great evening. We will see y'all next time. Bye.